Well, when I first found out that John was involved with it, I was really excited because I know, I knew of John, I knew of his work, and we had communicated first and introduced ourselves first through email, and then I just wanted to meet John, and we just hit it off. I knew he knew a lot about G.I.Joe. He played with G.I.Joe. He knew a lot about the characters. He knew how important it was to be true to the characters as well, and he loved what I did for the first movie, and he said he just wanted to, show Snake Eyes in a different way, especially with the costume, just to show the costume to be more of a battle gear as a person inside the wardrobe, and I was excited. This one is more geared for battle. It is as if Snake Eyes had it made himself. It's made for every use. It's supposed to be durable and flexible. It looks really good. I love it. The good thing about it, I love the mask, the helmet, and the visor. It looks more like a person inside, a real man inside this battle armor. The challenges with this is the chest. Even though sometimes I might make it look easy jumping around, but it does get a little bit tight inside. You've got hard pieces around, but the chest is the biggest challenge because if you want to do backflips and spins, you've got this big chest piece in front. But in a way, I like it because it adds a bit to the character. Instead of being Ray doing martial arts, I really have to be Snake Eyes, and I change things around a little bit, change the style. Especially in the sword work, like I put two guns, so I've got to be careful. So it makes me think a little bit more about how I'm going to do something. But I like it. I like how the pants hang. I like how the visor is, the helmet, and I like everything about it. I think it's really cool. The kids are going to dig it. The Blind Master sets a challenge for Jinx and Snake Eyes, and my challenge is to get a strand of hair from Jinx's head, and Jinx has to stop Snake Eyes from doing it, and she has two swords. It was one of the toughest sequences we had to do because we weren't fighting, we weren't hitting and blocking. It was more of a display of techniques, a routine. It was a challenge in this beautiful garden, beautiful tree, beautiful bells, water. It was awesome. I mean, it was a beautiful place, and we fought from one place of this dojo all the way around, and back to the beginning. And of course, Snake Eyes wins by tricking Jinx, and because Jinx has a fiery nature and also is a relative of Storm Shadow, and so it's important for her as well to bring Storm Shadow to justice, because this task is set. So one of us will go and find Storm Shadow, bring him to the Blind Master, and bring him in front of the jury, and be judged and be accountable. Accountable? Is that the right word? For his actions. But of course, Jinx wants to come along. She doesn't want to miss out on the fun. For the movie, they grew up together as like from 9, 10 years old, trained. And then when he was accused of killing the Hard Master, not only did he affect the dojo and the clan, but also affected his family member as well, which is Jinx. So Jinx never had a role model really. Like, if anything, it would have been Storm Shadow, her cousin. But looked up to Snake Eyes because the way he was, the actions he did, and how he conducted himself, and just how super cool he is as well. So she gravitated. In my world, I think that's what she gravitated to, is someone that she can look up to and aspire to as a young girl, and she talks about it in the movie. And also, she wants to settle a family, quarrel. She wants to bring Storm Shadow to justice, because not only did he kill the Hard Master, but he also dishonored their name. It's been really good, working with her, and I don't see anyone else playing Jinx. When I said to her the other day, when I was looking up at you and I was looking at you as Jinx, you were made to be Jinx, and the same with BH, he was meant to be Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes have a hand-to-hand sai, like a traditional, looks like a big fork. It's a traditional ninja weapon. So I had to revisit that because they taught me a little bit on the first movie, and I've never used a sai before until then. So I had to practice and remember what the old ninjas used to do in the older movies. But this was a different take. It was nothing like over the top fancy. It was more gritty, hard, it'd be like two brothers or two best mates fighting, or two best friends, sorry, I should say, just having a fight over a girl, so there's none of this tricking out fancy. It's just get down to the bare bones. It was an honor. I love working with Dwayne. The first day I got to work with him was in the old pit, and I was just in awe. It was one of the things on my list. One of the people that I always wanted to work with, and my kids love watching him. My wife and I love everything that he does. So we would go and watch a movie because he's in it. So to actually work with Dwayne Johnson, and have scenes, and there was one of the scenes was like, Snake Eyes, it's you. And I remember standing there, just looking and going, yeah, this is awesome. This is great. He's such a nice guy, and it was just great to be on set. And I still have a moment where I pinch myself and go, wow, I'm on the movie. I'm playing Snake Eyes again. I'm in the suit. Oh yeah, this is great.